Oh my God. Yeah, that part. We did it. We are doing really well. Now we can't lose our momentum. Our boycotts are working. So peep this, y'all. Oh my God. Our boycotts are actually working. So keep up the good work. Here's the proof. Your girl, Dr. Shelly, does more than nursing. Yeah, right. Does more than activism. Yeah, right. I'm also an avid studier of the money. Yes. Warren Buffett is my baby daddy. So when I tell you that our boycotts are working, I mean it, because I have been studying the stock market. I have been studying consumer confidence. I have been studying about the GDP and what effects this boycott might have on it. Everything, all those money terms, right? Yeah, CNBC, make sure you tune in. Get off of this Facebook stuff, y'all. Y'all not learning anymore. That's why we're in this horrible spot that we're in. Remember, we created these corporate monsters that felt confident enough to give Cheeto Puff millions of dollars so that they could attend his inauguration. So come with me. Let's show you how good the boycotts are working. Wow! Here we go. Number one, U.S. retail sales have tanked. That means y'all ain't spending money and somebody's starting to notice. Number two, Walmart is predicting a lower than expected growth. Oh, really? So sad. Not. Number three, Amazon's earnings report last week. Let me quote them because it's so much more fun to quote them. The quote that they gave: 2025 is off to a rough start. Hey, no crying, only dancing, only jamming, because we're doing it and it's working. And fuck you, corporate America. Schizophrenia. Here we go. More news. And I'll talk to you about this very, very intimately because this is going to be a big deal in a minute. The stock market did not like the predictions from Walmart. And so once Walmart predicted a lower than expected growth rate for this whole year, the stock market closed out the week at the lowest since about a year ago. Because remember, under Biden, the old fart, yeah, him and Kamala, the stock market made me a shitload of money. Like, I made so much money last year because the stock market kept hitting record highs. Yeah. Consumer confidence is down 10%. Why do you care? Here's the deal. When we're not confident in the economy, all of us in this country, even those that aren't part of our wonderful boycott, because I do know one thing, blacks are on board, browns are on board, and my white sisters and brothers are on board too. So don't hate, because we got to appreciate they fucked around and found out that we in this together. Now, when consumer confidence goes down, 70% of the gross domestic product, that's important, is based on consumer spending. And if the consumer confidence level is going down, you're not going to spend any money. Here's our other issue. Car sales are even down. And that is a little bit unusual because these are the months, January and February and March, that car sales kind of go up because of income tax returns. Now, I think you could probably admit that what I have been saying is absolutely correct. You saw with your own eyes, no fake news. You saw with your own eyes that they fired 6,000 IRS workers this week. You remember me saying, file those taxes early or you're never going to get them back. You remember that, I hope, and I hope you did that. If you didn't, it's okay, but do it now. Ooh, I'm just trying to help you out. Now, your girl, Your girl has a list of things for you to do. We're not done. We have got to stay focused. Here we go. I'll deal with nurses in a minute, but for right now, continue the boycott. Keep in mind that the Montgomery boycott lasted 15 months. The divestment and boycotting that occurred in South Africa, I won't even tell you how long that took. We'll just say it took a while. So don't be thinking this is a 1 month, 1 day thing. And I know our big day is February 28th, and I do want everybody on board, not even buying a fucking TV dinner that day, not even going out here to Chipotle, don't even go to McDonald's, don't go nowhere that day. Stay your ass at home, or actually I'm teaching in a boot camp, so if you gotta come to my boot camp, pack your lunch that you bought the night before. So get your salads the night before. Now, remember what I said. Elmo, Peter Thiel, and David Sachs are your PayPal mafia. You'll understand that in a minute. PayPal mafia from South Africa, and they're trying to make this South Africa apartheid. You need to get your passports yesterday before you won't be able to. You need to join our debt boot camp, and our debt boot camp is March 9th, 2025. 2:00 p.m. You have to RSVP 216-410-0936. I will put the number in the actual YouTube video. I will not be on Facebook and Instagram. You will have to go to YouTube to find me. All of these videos that I'm making will be in a special playlist called Fuck Around and Found Out. Number 4, get your real ID compliant. Remember that? Get your real ID by May. It has to have a little blue star at the top on closer to the right-hand side, your driver's license. That's called real ID. Real ID compliant. You need to go this week and get extra copies of your birth certificates for everybody in your home. You have no idea, but they will fucking deport black and brown up in this piece. You have no idea. I have seen it happening with Native Americans. If you'll recall, with Cheeto Puff's first term, Muhammad Ali's son was not allowed back in America. Keep your freaking documents. Ladies, bad news here. They're trying to pass a law that you can't vote unless you have your marriage certificate, your divorce certificate, and everything else in addition to your ID if your name has been changed ever. Now, I've been married 17 times. This was a very expensive endeavor to go get marriage and birth certificates. I mean, to go get marriage and divorce certificates. Woo, child. Now, number 5, I told you in the last few videos, cash is king. Let's wean ourselves off digital currency because they are tracking you. That's like I told you to get rid of that Alexis and that fucking Siri, whatever the fuck her name is. I never put that shit on my phone, and I never let that shit in my house, and I refuse to let them listen to everything I'm doing and saying because you now know Zuckerberg has met with this nut every couple of weeks. He's met with Cheeto Puff 3 times in the last 3 months and 2 times in the last 7 weeks. Ask yourself, why is the person that owns Facebook, Instagram, and Threads meeting regularly with this man? Remember, all of a sudden we were following him on Facebook when we did not do it, and that was a Zuckerberg move. You need to know that. Get off of Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok by March 1st, 2025. Get on Blue Sky and Fanbase. Number 7, pack a to-go bag. Pack a to-go bag like I did in case you gotta get the fuck out of here quick. Why do you think I'm being really, really ridiculous about this? Because there was something called the Holocaust. And I just want to say it again and again and again. It only took Hitler 53 days to completely destroy a democracy. Many people who were smart left Germany. Jews left Germany early. Good White people left Germany early. Gypsies who were a target left Germany early. But some stayed because they still just didn't want to believe how bad it could be. You need to believe how bad it can be, because don't forget, this Cheeto Puff has been given immunity. He plans on giving formal immunity to the police. There are plans to deputize regular people. There's talks about deputizing, which means taking regular civilians and making them the police. They are all about the business of making their military all white. Did you see what happened this week? Yeah, they fired our boy. The head of the military was fired, okay? Now, you kind of got to pay attention. I can't keep giving you a history lesson every time we talk, but I need you to take me very seriously and have a luggage bag packed for every one of your freaking kids and yourself in case you do have to get out of here. Remember, that's why we're all getting together and we're paying down this debt so that you can have clean, no debt credit cards in case you need a flight really fast and need to live somewhere else for a little while till the shit blows over, if it ever does. Just saying. Remember what's happening. Your boy Elmo is developing digital currency, and maybe you don't know what digital currency is. Zelle, Venmo, PayPal. PayPal Mafia, these guys from South Africa, apartheid, they created PayPal. That's why I'm pulling off of all this digital currency. And I'm trying my best to use to make sure, number one, my money is in a credit union. I talked about that already. That's another video. But to make sure I don't rely on this digital currency. We've been given too much of this identifying personal information, just throwing it out there for the world to have. And now the fucking world has it. So pack a to-go bag for everybody in case, just in case, for real. I'm not going on a cruise this year, and I got to break it to my girl. I'm not doing any kind of vacations, and the only thing I am doing is I'm going to different countries. Ghana is one. Portugal is going to be the next. I'm going to different countries to figure out if I need to relocate, because this is some bullshit going on in America. If I need to relocate, where is the best place for a Black woman? In fact, I intend to learn Spanish, and so should you. Because what I'm finding out, there's a lot of places that are real affordable, and you don't have to know Spanish to move there, but it certainly would help you if you knew it. Now, I hope you learned something. I'm going to make another video that is similar to this one that I could probably run on, I don't know, Instagram or whatever, reel, so that more people can see it. But hear me clearly, I'm not bullshitting y'all. I've just been alive a long time, and I've studied a long time, and I have a PhD, and that gives me a whole lot more knowledge than the average guy out here. I am telling you, you need to get off of Facebook, Instagram, and Threads, and you need to do it yesterday, because they are tracking everything you do, and they are tracking everything you say, and they have access to your personal information and facial ID for everybody you care about. And I'm just really cautious because I know what happens. I see it. By the way, this is not just an American thing. This is a global movement. Have you been paying attention to Germany? Have you been paying attention to any of these dictators that have won offices in the last 5 years? Have you paid attention to Viktor Orban and how they destroyed the democracy in their country and how they will be in power forever? I know it's hard to imagine, but Russia was a democracy, and Putin will never leave. And that's how they did it. Yeah, I know. Stick with me. Don't worry about a thing. Nothing but truth here. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I don't need their money.